so much for joining us. We will, of course, here on NewsX World, continue to bring you all the updates from the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war and the ramifications for BRICS nations after Trump's tariff action. We move now to the Indo-Pacific, and the global supply of heavy rare earths hangs in the balance as fighting escalates in northern Myanmar. The Kachin Independence Army has been battling the Chinese-backed Junta for control of Bhamo, a strategic town less than 100 kilometres from China's border. Nearly half of the world's heavy rare earths are mined in Kachin state. Those minerals are then shipped to China, where they're processed into magnets used in electric vehicles and wind turbines. Now China is using that dependence as leverage. According to sources inside the rebel army, Chinese officials warned Kia to halt its advance in Bhamo or face a blockade on rare earth purchases. The warning, delivered in May by Chinese diplomats, came with a promise greater cross-border trade if the KIA pulls back. So far, Beijing has not confirmed the talks, but has called for a ceasefire, saying peace is in the best interest of both countries. Meanwhile, fighting in the region has already disrupted mining operations, and rare earth exports from Myanmar have dropped sharply this year. Analysts say China isn't looking to end the civil war, but is pushing for stability to protect its economic interests. Well, joining us to discuss this development, Ambassador Suresh Goel, former Indian diplomat, joining us from New Delhi. Ambassador Goel, what's the significance of this war amidst a call for rare earth minerals sales from China?
Well, China has been supporting the junta in Myanmar for quite a few years. In fact, the junta could not have come to occupy Yangon or Naypyidaw without the support of China. The point really here now, as I can see, is, and that is my own personal thought here, that a very critical part of the global economy, the global industry, will now be actually hostage to what is happening in the northern part of Myanmar in the fight between the rebels, Kachin rebels, and the juntas, and China basically trying to support, China supporting junta in the fight and telling the rebels to stop fighting and not take Bhamos. But rebels don't seem to be in a mood to stop doing that, because I think they do see that they have the strength in that area and they don't seem to be in the mood. So what I really foresee here is a period of further instability in North Myanmar, and as a result of that instability, a greater problem, if not a crisis, for the global industry, with China keeping control over the supply of the heavy rare earths.
Goel,
Yes.
why are these rare earth minerals so important? We hear it spoken about, of course, but in the face of economic uncertainty, how important is it there's stability in this level of trade?
I believe that these heavy rares are used to make the magnets, which are important part of particularly the electrical vehicle automotive industry. And while China, of course, has emerged as a major competitor, but China also has its own sources of the rare earths, and any impact on the availability of rare earths would actually go to reduce the capacity of the other global makers of the electrical vehicles. In a sense, that would give an advantage to China in the competition, but also impact globally on the manufacturing sector.
Yes, Ambassador Suresh Goel, you will be staying with us as we